Hi, this video is called How Does the Book The Fourth Turning Predict People versus Corporations, which is the subject of my channel. And this is the book, The Fourth Turning. It's by William Strauss and Neil Howe. I read this book in 2003. The authors released it in 1997. It's a book about the history of America and pre-America, but the idea of America. And it looks at cycles in the life of America. And because it's a history book, a lot of history books look at history to predict the future. And so they said, hey, we're entering, the idea of the fourth turning was, we're entering a crisis for the survival of America, and there's going to be an event that kicks it off. Now, they didn't explain in the book what they thought the crisis would be, but they had a couple ideas for events that might kick it off. And listen to this one. They wrote this in 1997. A global terrorist group blows up an aircraft and announces it possesses portable nuclear weapons. The United States and its allies launch a preemptive strike. The terrorists threaten to retaliate against an American city. Congress declares war and authorizes unlimited house-to-house searches. Opponents charge that the president concocted the emergency for political purposes. A nationwide strike is declared. Foreign capital flees the U.S. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so here's what the core of the book and the theory of the book is that just like there's seasons, I'm in California, we're in winter right now. This winter season is going to last 3 months. We're in the middle of it. Then it's going to come spring, then summer, then fall, and then we'll be in next year's winter. Okay, and on and on and on, and the whole cycle for seasons lasts a year. What they say is the whole cycle, for an American full set of 4 seasons lasts about 80 years, and each season lasts about 20 years, but they do call it like a spring season that lasts for 20 years, a certain 20. Summer, fall, and then we say the fourth turning is the turning into the winter. And like I've said in this channel, I believe 9/11 was the fourth turning. It was the turning now into this war. And one of my contributions to this book that the authors didn't say, but I looked at what they wrote and I said, okay, well, let's see. Here's what they say were the last 6 great wars of America, of the meaning of America, of the idea of America. And the last one was 80 years ago. It was the Great Depression, World War II. The one before that was 80 years before that was the Civil War. The one before that was 80 years before. It was the American Revolution. And then now we're off of America by number 3. Glorious Revolution was like a prequel in America to the Revolution. Then in 2, we're not even on American soil. We're over in Europe, and it's the Spanish versus the English. And number 1 is like some war between, different kings, whatever, in England. But what I noticed that each of those wars, all 6, they were between distributed power against concentrated power. Like a king who had absolute, whatever, versus the soldiers had a lot of, power. So power was distributed. And in every war, the distributed power side won. So that's the meaning of America. America is the distribution of concentrated power to the people. Okay? That is the meaning of America. And then what happens for the next 80 years after the war is fought, we become un-American, and the oligarchs take over and take all the money like they have right now. But then there's a war fought and it's distributed again. So that's the Strauss and Howe theory. It's in their book. The authors don't say this. I do, and it's obvious in their book if you read it.